Yeah, there is another problem based on the motor winding. uh, let's take the question number A. In this question, there is a block B, there is a block A, and there is a winding motor which is placed on block A. Now here I solved the complete solution, but I'm explaining here is, let's consider the length x1 plus x2. Here is x1, here is x2, here is x3. This is x1, this length is x2, and this length is x3. And x1 plus x2 plus x3, that will be equal to L at that moment. And this is not constant because it is connected to a motor, and that's why the length may change. That's why it is not constant. So if we differentiate it, then it becomes dx1 by dt plus dx2 by dt plus dx3 by dt equal to dl by dt. Okay, here we considered the velocity of block B in rightward direction, and velocity of block A is also rightward direction. Okay, uh, and in this case we are saying that if this block B is moving with velocity v, then this string will move with speed vb, 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 and that's why this pulley will move with velocity vb in leftward direction. So this all information we are using in this equation, dx1 by dt. So let's check dx1 by dt. This dx1 by dt represent the rate of change of x1. X1 has 2 points. The first point which is connected to a wall, and the another point which is connected to this pulley. These 2 points are fixed. That's why dx1 by dt is not changing, and its value will be equal to 0 plus 0. 0 plus 0 means this is not changing. That's why it is its velocity is 0. That's why it is 0, and its velocity is 0. That's why it is 0. Now let's consider x2, dx2 by dt. In dx2 by dt, this is point number 1, and this is a fixed point. That's why its velocity is 0, and this point is moving in leftward direction with velocity vb. Due to this point, due to this velocity, we are seeing that the x2 is decreasing. That's why it is considered as a negative. So minus vb, in which minus represent that this vb contributes in a negative way. Negative way means it's decreasing the x2. Now dx3 by dt. In dx3 by dt, there is 2 points. The first point is there, and the another point is there. This point represent that this pulley is moving rightward because it is placed on the block A, and block A itself moving rightward with velocity VA, and it is moving rightward, which its intention to decrease the x3. That's why it is considered as a negative, minus VA. And this velocity VB also shows that it will decrease the x3, and that's why it is considered minus VB. And equal to dl by dt. Dl by dt represent rate of change of length. And in this question it is given that the motor winding speed is v, and this motor is binding the string with velocity v. It means that it decreased the length, and that's why it is considered minus v. And after solving this, we got the result 2vb plus va equal to v, and it is given in the answer also. Now let's take the B part. In B part, here in the B part, let's analyze this length x3, this length will be x2, and this length will be x1. If we analyze this string x1 plus x2 plus x3, that will be equal to L, and which is not constant because this is connected to a winding machine. Okay, so here is one of the equation, and another equation we are considering, this is y1 plus y2, and y1 plus y2 is constant because it is not connected to a winding machine, and that's why its length will be constant. And if we differentiate it, dy1 by dt plus dy2 by dt will be equal to 0. And here we assume that the pulley 2, this is pulley 2, which is moving downward with speed, with velocity u. Okay, and now we analyze dy1 by dt. Here y1 has two ends, the first end is there and the second end is there. This end is moving upward with velocity vb, which will decrease the length y1, that's why it is considered as minus vb. And this end is fixed, that's why its contribution is 0. Actually it is minus vb plus 0. Now we are analyzing dy2 by dt, and dy2 by dt, it means the first point is there and another point is there. This point is fixed, that's why its contribution is 0, and plus this point is moving downward, which try to increase the y2, that's why it is plus u. Minus vb plus u equal to 0 and u equal to vb. Let's consider it as equation 1. Here x1 plus x2 plus x3, which is equal to L and is not equal to constant. I already explained it why. Let's differentiate it, dx1 by dt plus dx2 by dt plus dx3 by dt equal to dl by dt. Here dx1 by dt represent rate of change of x1 with respect to time, and if we are seeing it, we are considering the 2 points. The first point is there and the other point is there. This point is moving upward with velocity va, which try to decrease the length x1, that's why it is considered as minus va. And this point is moving downward with this velocity u, which try to decrease the x1, that's why it is also considered as minus u. In the case of x2, here this point is fixed. This point is not fixed, this is moving upward with velocity vb, and which will decrease the x2, that's why it is minus vb. And this is moving downward, and this is also minus u, because this will try to decrease the x2, that's why there is minus vb. And now the last one, this point is moving upward with vb, which will decrease the x3, that's why it is considered as minus vb. It will be considered as a minus vb. And let's correct it, this will be minus vb, not vb, this will be minus vb. And that's why it becomes minus 2 vb. Okay, that's why it becomes minus 2 vb, and minus 2u and minus va. The u is equal to vb, so I put this equation in place of u, we put vb, minus va minus 2 vb, minus 2 vb equal to minus v, and we solve it and we get the answer va plus 4 vb will be equal to v, which is given in the option. Thank you.